Oh, hello. It's Sam with Viral Media Network. It's day 15 of the knowledge cards. Yeah. Oh, you just caught me off guard, right? Anyways, if you haven't been watching, the Library of Congress put out the Civil Rights Movement knowledge cards. Um, this set was put out by Pomegranate Press, um, but it has a Library of Congress copyright, so I guess it was issued. Um, so we've been drawing one card a day, and that was for the month of February for Black History Month. But as I've stated in the past videos, we have delayed them in February. I ran out of time. I got busy. Blah blah blah. Excuses. But I'm making up for it in the month of March, and it's also a symbolic way to extend Black history into not just regulated to a month, but I've also noted that the month is also to highlight and honor. So in essence, in that month, you want to sort of get a condensed hyper, and you sell it's a celebration month. It's like if you think of it that way, you're intensely, studying, race relations and African American struggles and people of color struggles for equality. And then on that note, I will say that. I've also stated that every day it should be integrated throughout the year, right? We shouldn't have necessarily critical race theory. We should have an education system that covers all bases of what happened in our history, whether good, bad, uh, you know, uh, genocidal or not. I'm looking at the Native American situation. So, yeah, it's uncomfortable to talk about, but we need to have those uncomfortable situations and those uncomfortable conversations. So, this is my effort to start that, and not, a simple way. It's not anything major, but every day we look at something that happened mainly in the civil rights movement between the 50s and 60s. But we've pulled cards that are earlier in the teens and 20s and 30s, leading up to World War. In that transition period. The Jim Crow period between World War I and World War II. After Reconstruction, when you had black businessmen and black bankers and a whole economic system and black Congress people and that kind of thing. Then the Jim Crow happened, and it got worse, and the Ku Klux Klan was created, and yada yada yada. I hate to say that, but I'm trying to keep this video short, so please forgive me. But these cards pertain mainly to the time when desegregation, the Brown versus Board of Education, Martin Luther King's time, Rosa Parks, that era. And again, just going over the highlights just to make this video as short as I can. This isn't a deep dive into race relations and the civil rights movement, but just to give a context of what these cards are about. If you want to see the past videos, you can go up into the iCard and check out the playlist. We're on day 15. Are you having fun? We're making up for Black History Month because I meant to do these one a day in February. But here we go. It's day 15 of the knowledge cards. And I'm going to take away. See, I've got these ones flipped over. See, they've got nice photos on one side and then the text on the other. So these are the ones that we've done already. I flipped them over. I'm going to put them here. And then I'm going to shuffle this deck 3 times. And just like Mr. Rogers, instead of changing the sweater or the shirt, I'm changing my glasses. So I'm going to put these down. And I'm going to make room for my shuffling here. Because I finally found a good setup so you can see my shuffling, because all the other stuff, didn't quite work. So, and I'm just casually watching my own videos. So you can go on to our channel and check out all that good stuff. This is the Obscure Vinyl box set over my shoulder here. So there's 1, 2. I don't have the best blocking because my hands are kind of in the way. What if I did? Oh, you see that one? Like I lifted the elbow up. That was a little tricky, but still was able to cross the bridge. So, all right. Shovel it 3 times. I go right down the middle. Boom, roughly. And I pick Diane Nash. Oh, Diane Nash. In 1962, Diane Nash, convicted for contributing to the delinquency of minors when she recruited teenagers for civil rights demonstrations, decided that she would have her baby in jail. This would be a black baby born in Mississippi, and thus, wherever he is born, he will be in prison, she told the judge. She was released without serving a sentence. She was released without serving a sentence. Known for her integrity and coolness under fire, Nash, second to the right, had been a leader of the sit-ins that resulted in the desegregation of lunch counters in Nashville, Tennessee. A founding member of the Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee, Nash organized the continuation of the 1961 Freedom Rides after 2 buses were attacked in Alabama. As an organizer for the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, she was instrumental in conceiving the long-term strategy that led to the 1963 March on Washington and the Selma, Alabama voting rights campaign. So, wow, she's really been all over the map. And, again, as yesterday with Ruby, who was it? Ruby Hurley. Again, if you're well versed in, a lot of the people of the civil rights movement, you will know these people. And, for the average person that's really trying to learn more about what they just learned, if at anything, in the public school system, this is someone that they might have brushed over, but they probably just said, oh yeah, the people who organize this or the people who organize that. They're not gonna but she was all over the place because she was an organizer in the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, and also organized all those lunch sit-ins. And the statement of her not only doing it, but also before a judge, declaring that because of the restrictions and because of the segregation and the persecution, even if you were out of jail, you were still in jail as a black person, where she lived. So that's just, amazing. Not amazing, not in a good way, but you know what I'm saying? It's just so crazy to think about, the minds, a lot of self-help people talk about mindset, right? And if your mindset is that everyday life is like prison, you can see why that might be a big inhibitor into your success and your livelihood and your attributing wealth. When we talk about generational wealth, right? Just that mindset alone, let alone all the environmental factors, and as they say, the socioeconomic factors. But I'm no expert. I'm just a producer, DJ, camera guy, broadcast technician that is trying to learn more about this stuff and trying to really, wrap my head around how we can be better, as a country to deal with this. So, anyways, this is day 15. Diane Nash, we thank you so much for all your contributions for the lunch sit-ins and everything you've done to help the civil rights movement and to help us achieve a little bit more equality, if not a lot. So we'll see you tomorrow for day 16 of the Knowledge Cards. I'm Sam from Viral Media Network. If you like what we're doing, we got a lot of variety of videos. We're not a niche channel. That's really hot right now in YouTube to be a niche channel. I'm not a one-trick pony. I got a lot of fun stuff that I like to do. We got a podcast. We got hiking videos. We've got thrift store finds where I play a vinyl record that I found at the thrift store, see whether it's good or not. Most of them are good because I've got great picks, but sometimes we play the obscure and crazy ones. So check that out. That comes out every week. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow for day 16 of the Knowledge Cards. Have a blessed day.